My name is Mike Laux. I am the chief of the Largo Police Department. I have Sergeant Chris Keeler and Officer Ryan Clark of the Largo Police Department's traffic safety team. They were integral. This is a case agent for the investigation, and this is our supervisor for the traffic safety team. I mentioned a couple months ago that I would provide a follow-up as this investigation progressed. While it's still an open and active investigation, it has progressed to the point that the Largo Police Department's traffic safety team has developed charges on Adarius Hayes for 3 counts of vehicular homicide and 1 count of reckless driving with serious bodily injury. These charges stemmed from the investigation into a crash that occurred on May 10th, 2025 at approximately 1:43 p.m. The crash involved 2 vehicles, a 2024 Dodge Durango driven by Adarius Hayes, and the other, a 2017 Kia Soul being driven by Gail Price. Adarius was driving his vehicle at a reckless and high rate of speed while traveling south on Ridge Road. Mrs. Price's vehicle was occupied by an adult male front seat passenger, Herbert Rivera, and 2 rear passengers, 10-year-old Jabari Elijah Solomon and 4-year-old Charlie Herbert Solomon Rivera. Mrs. Price was making a left-hand turn to go from northbound on Ridge Road to westbound on Orangeview Drive. The investigation revealed that Miss Price had the lawful right-of-way when she attempted to make her turn. In the process of making a lawful left-hand turn, Mrs. Price's Kia was struck on the passenger side by Mr. Hayes driving the Dodge Durango. The investigation revealed that Mr. Hayes' Durango was going approximately 78.9 miles per hour 1 second prior to impact. As a result of the crash, Jabari Solomon and Charlie Solomon Rivera, the 2 children, passed at the scene. Mrs. Price passed later at an area hospital, and the front seat passenger, Herbert Rivera, sustained serious injuries but survived. Following the crash, the Largo Police Department's traffic homicide team began an investigation where officers spoke with multiple eyewitnesses, reviewed video surveillance, and conducted follow-up investigations onto the statements provided. It was discovered during the investigation that approximately 5 seconds prior to the fatal crash, Hayes made a rapid and dangerous maneuver, changing lanes from the curb lane to the median lane, crossing 3 lanes of traffic while overtaking other vehicles. Moments later, Hayes abruptly re-entered the curb lane, again crossing 3 lanes without signaling. At a point, Hayes' vehicle collided with the Kia Soul driven by Miss Price, which was lawfully executing a left-hand turn west onto Orangeview Drive. The Largo Police Department's traffic safety team worked in conjunction with the State Attorney's Office to secure a search warrant on the vehicle, which resulted in confirming that Hayes was traveling 70.8 miles per hour 5 seconds prior to impact and accelerated to 78.9 miles per hour 1 second prior to impact. The investigation concluded that Adarius Hayes' egregious speed, aggressive and reckless lane changes, and complete disregard for the surrounding traffic conditions demonstrated a willful and deliberate disregard for the safety of others, constituting reckless driving. These actions directly led to the tragic deaths of the 3 victims. The Largo Police Department obtained arrest warrants for Mr. Hayes, and Mr. Hayes turned himself into the Largo Police Department this morning. He was placed into custody by the case agent of the Largo Police Department's traffic safety team, Officer Ryan Clark, along with Sergeant Chris Keeler. He was transported to the Pinellas County Jail and charged with 3 counts of vehicular homicide and 1 count of reckless driving with serious bodily injury. And I'm answer any questions you may have about the investigation that we can. Just keep in mind it is still active in an ongoing investigation.
Have you been able to make contact, I'm sure you have, with the victim's family, and if so, are you able to share what their reaction to the charges was?
They're pleased with the reaction. We've been in contact with them the entire time. Both our traffic safety team and our victim advocate for the Largo Police Department have been in contact with the family members. They've been apprised of every step along the way during the investigation, and that Mr. Hayes has been arrested.
And were those, just so I'm clear on the timeline, the charges just brought and then when he found out about them he turned himself in, or were the charges brought, several days or weeks ago and then
So we work with the state attorneys to obtain arrest warrants. During the investigation, representative of Mr. Hayes, because there was no charges prior to working with the state attorney's office and getting the arrest charges, we've been in contact with his representatives. So they were aware about the same time that we were aware of the arrest charges, and they called in and said, basically, can we just bring him in? And yes.
Can you talk about how serious these charges are and what the future could look like for Hayes?
Well, there are 3 counts of vehicular homicide and the serious bodily injury. Of course, there's serious charges. I mean, you have the death of 3 innocent people that were just traveling on the roadways. So, yes, they're very serious charges.
Could you kind of dive deeper into the legwork that had to be done to either, and what kind of evidence you guys found? Was it traffic cams? Was it people's dash cameras? And then, like, what is it, like a black box of the vehicle to find the speeds and stuff?
Sure. So when the investigation happens, you have 2 vehicles involved. So what our traffic safety team did is basically investigate 2 separate vehicles, right? You want to look at the Kia Soul, the driving behavior of the Kia Soul that led to it making a left-hand turn to go on the Orangeview Drive, and the driving behavior of the Dodge Durango prior to the crash. So you do the background, reconstruct where they were driving and what got them to the point of impact, and then you put both of those investigations together. Search warrants were obtained for the vehicles, the one vehicle, the Dodge Durango, to obtain effectively the black box for the car to give us information on how far the rate of speed, the vehicle, the rate of acceleration, deceleration. It gives us a ton of information on the vehicle prior to the crash. So all of that information in conjunction with witnesses that were driving on the roadway during when the crash occurred. And we did have a parcel delivery vehicle that was parked on the side of the road, and we had video from that vehicle which showed part of the crash.
Has he been cooperating or showed any remorse that you guys have seen?
I don't know about the remorse. I know we've been dealing with his representative, and they have been cooperative.
Any other questions? No? Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Do you guys know when his first appearance is scheduled yet?
I don't.
Can you look online?
He's been bonded out, so once they get bonded out, the courts will go ahead and set a first appearance.
Oh, so he's already been.
Oh, the intent was for him to, his attorney and his bond agent came today.
Okay.
And they were set up to have him on